guys installed these two Bosch units a few months back. Very nice job. However, they're not what we're working on today. The unit we're working on is back there. So we have a blower motor and wheel for this guy. This is my first time up here. I'm not the one that diagnosed this. As you can see, we have a very tight walkway we have to come up and down on. Let's see what the best way to get back here is. Is it underneath? It might be underneath. Okay. So yeah. This is an Air Temp. 5-ton Air Temp. So it shouldn't be too bad. The only thing I'm concerned about is this platform right here, the newer looking one, getting the blower motor out, but it shouldn't be that big a deal, honestly. And this is a laundromat, so it is hot as hell up here. Alright, let's get to it. This is kind of funny. They used a shark bite to join two pieces of CPVC in a couple different spots. No idea why they did that. Used a $9 fitting in place of a 20-cent fitting, but whatever. I think the motor sheared off. Blade sheared off. Something happened. Never happened. She ain't spinning. Let's get it pulled out of there. So this one plug just come right off, and then a screw at the top and another one on the bottom, and I think this whole thing will pull right out. The board doesn't need to be replaced, so the motor will just plug into the board here, and then 100 or 240 volts between these two, and yeah, pretty straightforward on that. So I'm thinking this whole thing should pull out now. Yep. Said, I'm a little concerned about getting it past here because I don't have very much clearance, but I'm gonna have to take more of these panels off anyway. All right, let me do that. All right, I think I got it pretty much free now. I am curious how dirty this coil is, being that it's a laundromat. Let's have a look. Not real bad. So it's just everything else looks dirty and pretty rusty. All right, let's get the rest of the way pulled out, and probably just set it right on top of the unit to work on it. There is more open space behind us here, but it would be too much of a bitch to get it back and forth. So I'm thinking we'll plop it right on top here, work on it right here. When I pulled it out, all these little bearings started to come out, so yeah. The actual wheel might have been fine, but that motor, the bearings and all, basically falling right out of it. Yeah, you see there's one there, a couple of them fell. Alright. Alright. We're gonna take, oh yeah, it did eat up some of the, I don't know what the hell happened here. Maybe the whole shaft dropped. It ate up some of the housing though. You see it here? Anyway, we're gonna take and sand down the shaft, then oil it up, get that good and free. I did bring up the puller too, just in case we needed that, but we're gonna get it oiled up and the shaft running free so we can get that motor pulled out of there, because we still got to pull the motor out and then take the blower housing apart to get the wheel out. All right, I got all the bolts pulled out. This one was a little stripped out, it seemed. So maybe when the happened, yeah, you can see that's wilded out a little bit. So that's something to note. Yeah, see, these ones are still pretty good. This one wallowed out some though, so I might need to come up with a bigger bolt or something for that. But I tried moving the wheel independent of the shaft, wasn't happening at all. So I put some coil on it, let it sit for a little bit. We'll see, but chances are I'm gonna need to put the puller on her. Yeah, it looks like the whole motor went downward on the bracket. That's what it looks to me. Either way, she's pretty eat up. All right, I got the puller hooked up, 3/4 socket up here, adjustable there. I got wrenching on it at first. It seemed really tight, but I think we're gonna make it work. So we're gonna keep cranking on her. It's coming. You can see that shaft through that little hole there. Just keep cranking on it. You can see that it's moving ever so slightly, but it's coming. Top of the motor, and my device is steadily pushing it through. All right, here is our motor, and I think that is exactly what happened. I don't know. I thought it walked down a little bit, but you can see here that seal just is gone. Seals right there, it's just totally gone, and that's where all the bearings fell out of. All right, we got the blower wheel housing back up here, and there's 4 screws, 1, 2, and then 2 on the other side. We'll take that out, and then this piece of metal will be able to come up, and we can pull the blower wheel right out then. All right, yep, that came right up, and then the wheel came right out. So after further investigation, I really don't think anything happened to the wheel. I can see why the diagnosing technician thought that. He thought it got eat up too, and we have one, so we'll use it, but the wheel was actually okay. And the housing, it had a little piece of metal that sheared off right here that I cut right off. So all right, we'll get the new motor and new wheel in and keep it moving. All right, new shiny wheel, new shiny motor. So we're gonna get the wheel put in, and then we'll get the motor in. So the wheel's pretty simple, honestly. So our fastener side, gonna go over here. That's just gonna drop in there. We're gonna tighten these screws back down, and that's pretty much done until we get the motor in. All right, guys, so this is what I ended up doing with the wallowed out one, and I'm hoping it works out. So I could not get the bolt to tighten down. So what I did was I moved it over just enough so I had some fresh metal, drilled a new hole, and this is a long 5/16 screw. So it's secured now. I'm hoping it didn't throw it off enough so everything's off balance, but we're about to flip it over, tighten up the wheel, and then we'll see. All right, it looks like it's gonna work out. Hindsight, we probably should have got the blower housing too, because it does flex a little bit. Everything seems like it's tight. Of course, we'll know when we turn it on, but I don't see any wobble in this wheel at all. So we're about to slide her back in. All right, we got her set back in. We just got to put a couple screws in here and put the panels back on, and we should be good. Not too soon either, because it's freaking hot up here. I mean, all the dryers over there, you can't really see them from here, but they are vented properly. It's just there's freaking 40 of them running at the same time, so it's hot. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just try her. Everything's solid. Should come on. No idea what the thermostat's set for, if there's a G call or what. Oh, I'm an idiot. Didn't even plug it back in. There we go. Now let's try it. I'm gonna take off my jumper because it did an awful lot of clicking. Of blow action. Very nice. Feels good on me too. God, it's hot up here. I'm gonna let this stay running while I put the panels on. Alright, she's running. I just gotta put this one panel back on. The outdoor unit did start. It does not feel very cold though. I might gotta check the charge on her. That does not feel cold at all. I mean, the coil is a little chilled. But it's certainly not running the way it should. I don't know, maybe it just started. Give it a few minutes. Where's the line set even go? It goes down. And all the units are probably behind the build, and I think there's at least 4 units here, because there's one there, the one I'm working on, and the 2 new Bosches. There was another one over there. That looked pretty old though, so I'm not sure if that's still in commission or not. But let's get this button back up. We'll go take a look at the outdoor unit. Well, I'm pretty sure this is us here. However, this guy's running with no condenser fan. Let's turn that off. What a fucked up spot for these. All these are the exhausts for the dryers. God, these things must get filthy. They don't seem filthy right now though. So. But I can see them getting right dirty. That motor's packed with dust, but I think this is our unit right here. Yeah. I'd be willing to bet it. Alright, so I'm pretty confident this is the one we were just working on. Pretty sure this is running with a low refrigerant condition. This one, the condenser motor wasn't running on, and now I'm seeing this one seems like just the condenser fan's running. So I kind of regret coming back here now. Yeah, this one absolutely has nothing in it at all. That sucks. Okay, so this motor here is a universal. Let's see, they strapped it up like so. Looks like it's been getting way too hot. You can see the stickers are all burnt off of it. I wonder if I even used the right motor. 1075. Huh. check to see what kind of motor this is supposed to have. All right, well, they have this wired for 7.5, and it's coming up 6.5. So it's certainly weak, but I don't think that's the reason it's not coming on. I honestly think it's the wrong motor. I think that's supposed to be a 850 RPM motor in there, but I'm about to look it up and confirm it. It looks like it's been getting really hot. All right, well, I looked it up. It is an 1100 RPM motor that's supposed to be in there. So, that she's burning up though, so she's certainly overheated. Might be out on thermal. All right, we got a new 7.5 on her right now. See if we can get her started. All right. I dare say that's either turning the wrong way or it's not moving very much air. This way. That is the right way. I wonder if this condenser is just packed with dirt or packed with lint. It might have just been a bad cap, but I think this condenser is dirty too. It's probably just packed. We can't really see into it. I mean, you can see all the lint on the surface, but it's probably packed in there pretty good because I'm getting air right here and that's it. No air right on top. Alright, and it is some pretty significant heat coming off there too, so we'll probably end up having to wash that condenser, which is good because we have a hose right there. Yeah, this unit is hot as a firecracker, so here, and then we'll rinse from the inside out. Alright, we're going to try to shoot from the inside out. See if we get anything. Yeah, see, there's hardly anything even coming out of there. I'm going to try to get her clean though. We'll do what we can for her. See, I got this right up on it. There's barely anything coming out. Alright guys, we're going with the yellow Venom pack in our Viper foam gun. So we're going to get this loaded up, and after we've got a pre-rinse down, we're going to load her up with foam. Hopefully we can work some of that lint and all free out of there. Alright guys, I got her covered. Let her sit on there for a few minutes, and hopefully we can blow some of that out of there. All right, well, we certainly got it cleaner. So let's go ahead and button this one back up. We'll secure the new capacitor. This one will be good. All right, we got the new cap fastened down, and we're about to start it back up. Got a little better airflow. Man, these things need to be cleaned on a regular basis with those exhausts right over top, that's for sure. All right, now this one coming down. Still not the original one we worked on. just fan. Let's cut it off, check the cap. All these disconnects suck. They're not even connected to the wall. Just a shit show back here. Alright, we got the power off. We're going to disengage our cap. And we're going to pull him, which is our fan. And then we'll pull our Herm. You only really have to pull 2 sets of terminals. So we're looking for 80 between Herm and Common. We have 65, so we know that's low. Is that so low that our compressor won't come on? Maybe. And then on the 7.5 we have 4.1, so that cap is certainly bad. Let's check to see if we're open right now. Before I pull the top off and all, we'll check just right here across these 3 to see if the compressor is out on thermal. Go between here and here, and yeah, we're open between here and here. We're open between Common and start, but we're closed between run and start. So, because I don't want to put a bunch of effort into this unit here if it's just got a bad compressor anyway. So, all right. I think the coil's filthy on all these. They've just been cleaning surface dust. Well, sometimes it just doesn't work out the way you think it is. So I only had approval really today to replace the blower in this unit here, but of course I had to check it to get it operational. Come to find out, it's completely out of refrigerant. Then while we were back here, we seen this guy was running with no fan, so we got that straightened out. And this guy still has a bad compressor, so they had no idea about any of these issues. So now this one's at least running, but we need to quote them leak search and repair on this guy and new compressor for this guy. It seldom works out the way we think it's going to work out in a day's time, but you know, that's what we sign up for. We'll have to get them quotes, do what we can do, come back and fix them. And every one of these needs a deep high foam condenser cleaning, because on the surface, yeah, they look clean, but every one of them's packed. So come back and do all that too. There's probably a half a day's worth of coil cleaning here, you know, to do them right. We just replaced those this summer and they've already got dust in them. All these air temps, 1, 2, 3, 4 air temps, plus this guy and the ductless, you know, to take all the tops off, give them a thorough rinsing inside out, high foam, and then a rinse. That's every bit of 4 hours worth of work. So there's more to come with this site. Yeah, this place is certainly a work in progress. They first started calling us for, you know, little odds and ends, you know, no cooling calls and stuff like that, and it ended up getting 2 change outs out of it, which was really nice, and now more service work. So you got to take the good with the bad with customers like this that have multiple units or multiple properties, because you know, yeah, you got to deal with these really dirty, really messed up units, but you get change outs out of it also. So like I said, you got to take the good with the bad sometimes, guys. And it got pretty warm today for late September. It's right now it's about 80 degrees, and plus I'm sitting out back here, so I got a lot of dryer vents blowing on me too. So, but all right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. So stay tuned for repair videos on these other ones. You know, sometimes the day just doesn't work out the way you think it's going to work. We did at least get the blower replaced, but that uncovered more problems. So we'll get them taken care of as one by one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next.